Well, good morning, everyone. Here we are for our February Teacher of the Month announcement. We're super excited about this. Our Teacher of the Year program, of course, brought to you by our friends at Knight Furniture, Pediatric Dentistry of Sherman, and Parkway Buick GMC. I am Big Dave from Mad Rock 102.5, and we've got Zach Grantham from Katy Country here as well. So we're excited about our teacher this month, right?
Yes, we're very excited because, Dave, we have a Southern Oklahoma teacher this time around. And, Dave, you and I are very familiar with Southern Oklahoma for sure.
I'm a Silo graduate. I know she probably won't like that very much, but
well, home of the Rebels, right?
Yes, home of the Rebels.
Yes, I'm sorry. I'm just trying to make sure that my mascots, that I'm staying on top of my mascot.
What about the mascot for our teacher from Kingston?
Oh yeah, home of them Redskins.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes, I actually did some play-by-play in color for football for Kingston long time ago. But yeah, we are very, very excited to announce our February Teacher of the Month from Kingston Elementary School. We have Andrea Capps. Andrea, how are you doing this morning?
I'm great. Glad to be here. Thank you guys for having me.
Your classroom's all purdy and stuff. You got the frilly things in the background and purple.
Yes. Try to change it up occasionally from year to year, but we do our best. You know, us elementary teachers, we liked for our classrooms to look organized and presentable and the best that we can. So,
and Dave's very familiar with dealing with elementary kids because he works with me every day. It's pretty similar. But so, Andrea, are you from the Texoma area?
I went to college at Southeastern.
Okay.
That's kind of wherever. And then my husband and I, we met there and we just kind of stayed in Southern Oklahoma for there. But otherwise, I'm not. I'm from around McAllister area originally.
So what age did you realize that you wanted to become a teacher?
Well, I have a lot of family members that are in the teaching and education field. My grandmother was a teacher. My dad was a high school principal and teacher, and my mom and all of my sisters. And I have, just come from that family of educators. Just growing up, had seen that. And as a young girl, my sisters and I, we just played. You played school, and I always wanted to be the teacher. So I just kind of knew as a young age, I really think that would be a fulfillment to be able to give back to kids and just for them to be blessed, and I could serve in that way.
So what made you decide what grade to teach?
Well, I knew I wanted to be lower elementary, but I have taught pre-K, kindergarten, first and second. So it's just second grade is actually one of my favorites. They're a great group of kids that you can, they already know how to read, most of them, whenever they come to me. So we just really work on fine tuning those reading skills, and you can have a lot of fun with writing and reading different genres when we get to second grade. So we really that's just been one of my favorite grades to be in. So
what about math? What is it you had to do with math?
Well, we're on our the geometry area right now in math.
Really? Already? Already geometry?
Yes.
Wow.
We deal with sides and the pentagons and how many sides different shapes have, and there's a lot of different things that we do. We focus a lot on our math facts because we really need to be very good with our math facts before we move on to third grade. And just trying to get all those skills in sometimes is quite a chore.
Do you do multiplication in the grade?
We do at the very end of the school year, and we do that with groupings and pictures and those kind of things, but we do begin a little bit of that. We hit on that multiplication just at the very end.
Wow. Can't even imagine doing that.
I don't even know what the difference between geometry and geography is. Like, which one's the math thing? And oh my goodness.
Sometimes they don't either, so it's okay. In second grade, you never know.
So I got to ask you about this whole school year? Because school's been different since March of last year. And how are you getting acclimated to the whole virtual learning stuff and the social distancing and all that? And is that difficult for you to do as a second grade teacher?
Well, at first, it was a little intimidating. I will be truthful. Just thinking, how is this going to look? How are the kids going to adjust to it? But I have the most amazing team of second grade teachers, and they are amazing to work with. And we just collaborate together, and we use ideas. I mean, we plan together. We look at what our kids need, and maybe one of them have an idea. That way we all can collaborate together on it. And so it has been I've been very blessed to be a part of that team as we look into the year and how we're going to step into it, how it's going to be different, how we're going to try to make it normal as possible. And with all the changes, but our kids are so resilient, and they have adjusted and stepped up. And I'm just so proud of them for that.
So my third grader, he always talks about there's an activity that they do in the classroom at the school that he goes to that his teacher really loves to do as well. It's one of her favorite activities, and because of her passion regarding the activity, the kids like it too. Is there something that you do in the classroom that you just absolutely love doing every single day or week or month?
Well, if the kids have one of their most favorite things they like to do is when we've had a really long day or we just really need a break. Their brains can go so much, and then it's okay. And you can see it in their little eyes or their faces, we need a break. One of their most favorite things to do is we just stand up and just we call it a brain break. And we just do a go noodle, and then we can sit back down after about 5 minutes. And it's a really fun thing. I usually let my leader of the day come up and help at our board, and they get to choose some of the things. It may be a dance, it may be a hand movement, or maybe it's just some exercises or something that gets them moving, and then we can get back to where we need to be for all of the activities for the day. But that's one of their most favorite things that they like.
Now that's not a chalkboard behind you. That's one of those.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Fancy.
Do you still bring in the projector on the cart?
On the cart and everything?
We do not. We do not. So no.
Oh man.
But I do remember some of those days. That's for sure, because I have been here long enough to know the projector days.
You knew class was going to be great if the teacher did a TV. You're like, yeah, this is going to be awesome.
It's going to be a good day. Yeah. So Kingston is actually doing 4-day weeks for the rest of this year. We were talking about that before we went live here for our live stream. But so how is the 4-day work? I wish we would have had that whenever I was in school. 4 days a week, only have it anymore. So how's that working out?
Well, we already had that scheduled into our calendar. We go by hours. So, if they would have started counting hours, we haven't always done that at Kingston. We've just had this where we've started using the hours, and then we've scheduled in those Fridays off. And that is considered a snow day if we needed to use it for one of those days, which we didn't when we were out for our little small blizzard that we had. We actually went virtual then. So that's kind of a good thing with the virtual, take up all those days now. But we have those scheduled in, and it's actually nice because I have a lot of catching up this week to do. So actually I'm going to be here in my classroom, cleaning up, tidying up, and planning for the next week. So
Zach, I think that's her hint that we're taking too much of her time. So I just want to say congratulations to you for being our February Teacher of the Month. Now, the cool thing is that you're now eligible also for our Teacher of the Year, which will be announced in May. So it'll be part of another stream. But more importantly, and I'll let Zach do this part of it about what you get for being selected as a teacher.
So it's $750 in real money, courtesy of our sponsor. Wow. And it's going to be coming your way. And so Dave and I know how you teachers are, because y'all are so fantastic and y'all are sweethearts, because y'all immediately go, I'm getting $750. I'm going to spend it on my classroom. But here's the thing. Dave and I always say you should spend a little bit of it on yourself. Like you were talking about your husband. You and your husband go for a nice dinner date with the money, and then maybe you can use the rest on, whatever that you see fit for your classroom. But Dave and I always ask, what are you thinking right off the top of your head that you would like to do with the money?
Well, I have such an amazing team. I really want to take them to lunch. All of my second grade teachers, they deserve that, because they deserve this as much as I do, I feel like, because we just do so much together, and I appreciate them, and I want them to know that. And then I do have a vacation planned for May.
Yeah.
So that's where we go to the beach, and we don't do anything but just sit back and relax. So I'm sure the rest will go to that.
Let's go right now.
Absolutely. I am ready. I'm ready for some warm weather.
So sick and tired of winter.
Yeah. Well, I guess we'll let you get back to actually catching up for what you need to do in your classroom. But again, congratulations on being selected as our Teacher of the Month. Now, if you happen to know out there a teacher that is going up and beyond in the classroom, outside of the classroom, helping the kids, I mean, especially in this year, in the past couple of years, a teacher that deserves some special recognition, please do us a favor. Go to our websites, either 931kmkt.com or madrock1025.com, and nominate them for our Teacher of the Month awards, because we still have March, April, and May to select, and our judges are going to have to pick through those. So we need more nominations. But again, thanks to our sponsors, Knight Furniture, Pediatric Dentistry of Sherman, and Parkway Buick GMC.